already explained to you here, but 119 special. That's gonna be our first vid. I'm really excited.
Ever since I got my first knife, all the way up to this one, I've always been interested in knives, and I've never failed on that either. I mean, I've been collecting knives since I was really young. Been using knives for the longest time, in EDC and stuff like that, and this knife here is no exception. It took a little bit to say there. I mean, I've seen the knife. I seen the knife review by Edge Weapon when the knife first came out, and I just fell in love right away. And I've been trying to find a knife that would try and make up for me not having this one, but I couldn't find one. So I said, that's enough. Before I lose my mind, I gotta find one. I gotta order it. And I couldn't find how to order it. And then I kind of started searching around on eBay. And as you know, I shoot 3D. And a guy I know, Matt, shout out to you. Thanks for ordering this off eBay for me. Because I seen it, and I really wanted it. Man, did I ever want it. Like I said, I've been looking at it since Edge Weapon first came out with his video, whenever that was. And then Nothing Fancy came out with his review, and man, oh man, it ached. So I watched that review 3 or 4 times. I watched Edge Weapons 10 times. I mean, I wanted this knife so bad, you can't even understand. Here it is, here's the box. Yep, Spyderco. I've been looking at Spyderco knives for a long time. I love Spyderco. They are just a high quality company, made in the USA. Most of them are. I mean, a couple are made overseas, but what can you do? But what a great company this is, and I wanted one so bad. I was kind of looking at the Tenacious and the Resilience and those knives there, but nothing compared to this one. Nothing compared to the looks, the feel. I just loved the looks of it. I mean, it was amazing. Here we go. Here it is, Manix 2, translucent blue. For looks, nothing beats this knife. Nothing. Nothing, no knife that I can think of, folding variety that is, nothing beats the looks of this knife. When it hits the sunlight and that translucent blue handle, you can see through it, and you're using the knife and that shiny blade, I mean, there's just nothing like it. It's a great feeling to finally have a Spyderco knife, to finally have this knife in my hands and be able to clip it to my pocket and go out in the woods and out on everyday life, for a matter of fact. I mean, it's a great feeling. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get carried away here. I can tell you that right now. The words are gonna flow. And let me tell you, it's going to be a long review because I got a lot to talk about, a lot of ranting to do about the quality level of this folding knife. You cannot go wrong. If you want a great knife for really any task, except for batoning, of course, it's a folding knife. Let's get realistic here. Just go buy this one. Save up. I mean, if you think it's too expensive, save the money, and you'll be counting your lucky stars that you did. Alright, jumping right in before I get even more carried away. I gotta stay on topic here, guys. Woodsman 500 here, by the way. Starting off with the blade, 3.9 or 3.3 inches for a blade length there. As you can see, it's a drop point leaf design. Great sharpness on that knife. I had to resharpen it a while ago. And that is Carpenter's BD1 steel. And it's got high carbon and high chromium, which means it's going to be rust resistant, but it's going to hold an amazing edge. This thing stays sharp for a really long time, and I really love the full flat ground. The full flat ground blade, it's amazing, and the tip is pretty much perfect too. Good balance between strength, and you can still do some fine tasks with it. I mean, it's perfect. Overall, it's just a great knife. And then as you can see Spyderco's huge thumb deployment hole that they put in that, and that makes it very easy to access. Great blade length on that too. This is kind of like a mini chef's knife. Kind of looks like a little, just great for food prep. It's just like, it's perfect. I mean, I love the shape, the blade shape of that. It's just perfect. The tip strength, the usefulness of this knife, it cannot be understated. Food preparation boxes. I mean, the list goes on. Skinning. I mean, I can't even name all the stuff that I did with this. I mean, it's a great, great knife. Steel, like I said, it's that CTS Carpenter steel, or sorry, the BD1 Carpenter steel, and it doesn't rust at all. There's no rust on it whatsoever. Maybe a little bit down there by the relief edge, but nothing to mention. And I mean, it just holds an edge like you would not believe. Great, great steel choice, and very affordable for what it is too. Serrations, it does come in a partially serrated version. I just went with the plain edge version. I don't really like the serrations anymore. I'm kind of stepping away from them a little bit. And I really, really enjoy just a plain edged knife. Locking. It is Spyderco's ball bearing, self-adjusting, they claim, ball bearing lock. To find out if it's self-adjusting, I think you really have to abuse the knife, and for me, I don't want to do it, so maybe somebody will come in and say, yeah, it is self-adjusting. I don't know for sure. I guess we'll find out maybe here in the future. I hope I don't have to use this knife too much, but you can see the ball bearing in there. That little metal thing in there is the ball bearing, and it falls into a little groove inside the knife, kind of like the Axis lock by Benchmade. So you can see the tang of the knife right there, and that's the little groove there that I was talking about. And you can see it fits right in there. And the good thing about it, self-contained, so that means that there is no steel liners required, and they didn't put any in, thank God. And it lightens this knife up to an unbelievable level. The handle is what they call their FRCP. That stands for Fiber Reinforced Copolymer. And remember, it's polymer, not plastic. So it's going to last a long time. From what I can see, it's very durable. Lasts very well in cold weather too. If you have this out in cold weather, don't worry. It's not going to, crack or anything like that. I've had it out in cold weather before. And it's really comfortable. And it features Spyderco's, I believe they call that the bi-directional texturing on there. And that just locks in on the sides and everything. Man, it feels really good in the hand. When we get into comfort, look at the jimping. Absolutely perfect jimping right there. And there's also some on the bottom, and you can see that there's a little bit molded in right there too. It does help a little bit. Some molded in on the back right there. And then there's a little bit molded in traction right there as well. And it does help a little bit, but that jimping is the cream of the crop right there. That just locks in. I hand people this knife open, and that's where their hand goes. Right there. Right there. I mean, it feels really good in the hand, and it just locks right in when you're doing detailed stuff. Great, great comfort on that, and I mean, it's excellent. I can't say anything bad about the comfort. Feels really good in the hand, everything. Really easy to disengage the lock. Really easy to open. Just really, really comfortable. Speed opening system. This thing flies out. I mean, this thing is super, super fast. It's fast. It's like you can't believe it. Also, people put on the little zip tie mod there where you can wave it out of your pocket. I did have it on for a little bit, but I kind of thought it looked a little cheesy on my knife, so I took it off and just left it the way it was. I just like it the way it is, just because it kind of ruined the looks for me a little bit, so I just took it off. But you can put that on there if you want. And the good thing about it is, with this thumb hole, is that there's no thumb stud sticking out to pass the handle, so when you go to pull the knife out, it gets caught up. There's none of that. You don't have to worry about it. It's just a simple hole in the knife, and it just flies out. Really easy to access. Another technique I do, instead of just putting my thumb fat in there, I put my actual whole thumbnail. No wrist action required at all. And I can just sit here and play with it all day if I wanted to. Great, great knife. That ball bearing in there just helps the smoothness. And sometimes I'll even just open it like this just to feel how smooth it is. Just love that ball bearing lock. It makes it super, super smooth. While I'm here, the knife doesn't fall to the handle either. And blade centering, perfect. Nothing wrong with blade centering. I'm glad I remembered that too. So that's an important feature. You don't want that knife falling out of the handle or anything like that and cutting you, because this is deadly sharp. Pocket clip, it's Spyderco's wire clip there. Very simple, elegant. Wish it was blackened, but that's fine. I really like the pocket clip, and you'll have about that much sticking out of your pocket, and it is adjustable left and right, and you can't make it tip down. But I think tip up is fast enough so that you shouldn't have to change it. Weight, here is a great part about it. 2.85 ounces for a we'll just say 3.5 inch blade. Draw point, leaf shape, full flat ground blade. Nothing even comes close to that. That is a great weight. One knife that does come close to it is the SOG Aegis. That knife does come close to that weight. I kind of want to get SOG Aegis now, try it out. But I love this knife. I mean, the weight is it's so easy to carry, and it just disappears in your pocket. It is a fairly wide knife though, so when it's in your pocket you might have a little bit of trouble getting to the other stuff in your pocket. But it's also, it's also very thin too, so it's going to carry very nice. I just love, I just love the thinness, and I love the size of the handle and everything. I just can't say enough about it. It is a great knife. Price is around $80, which isn't really too bad, I guess. Especially considering the high quality materials. I think in the end this cost me about $100 to get shipped and everything. Once again, cheaper in the States for you guys. It's just going to be cheaper down there. So don't pass this up. It's a great knife, and I mean, you just can't go wrong with it. I mean, even the regular Manix, I know it's going to be heavier. The XL Manix, I think it's called. It's going to be heavier, but still a great knife choice. Category, I'd say it's going to be probably a tactical knife, I guess you could use it as, just because of the side traction and the jimping there. Even if you didn't want to use it in that fashion, great utility knife. I mean, you can use it for anything, really, just because of the weight. It makes it so easy to carry. Blade options, well, really, I mean, nothing compares to it because of that translucent blue handle and how long I've wanted the knife for. But if I were to put this head to head with something, like I said, that SOG Aegis is a good one. Don't have one on the table. Stay tuned, I might review it just because of the weight. But here's one. You've seen this review before. This is the Gerber Profile folding version. It's heavier, no pocket clip, and it's in a sheath. And it's just a plain black knife. So it's not going to be as exciting as this, but for $30, this would be a good option. This one doesn't do bad in the edge holding either. But go watch my separate review on it. That's one to consider. Here's one. I know it's a bigger blade, but because of the weight, this is the Buck Omni 12-point folder. Also reviewed this one. Go check out the review. That one's very close to this one too, but once again, no pocket clip, in a sheath, and around $50. So really, that's all I got for you guys. I haven't really got a whole lot of other competitive options, or blade options, whatever you want to call it. That's about it. For a collectible, for playing with, for anything like that, I wouldn't pass this up in a second. I mean, if this was the last knife on earth and somebody came up to me like, you can't carry any other knife but the Spyderco Manix 2 translucent blue lightweight, I'm fine with that, because this is such a great knife. I mean, you can't go wrong. Extra features, huge lanyard hole in the back there. You can fit any size cordage you want. I'm not going to say any, but you can fit a huge hunk of lanyard in there. I mean, it's just great. And I just love this knife overall. Really, all the extra features. Like I said, no steel liners. That's why it's so lightweight. And man, oh man, what an amazing knife. It's just one that I've wanted to review ever since I first seen it. And it's a really good feeling getting this review to you guys. I mean, for all my knife guys, you got to get one. You got to get one of these knives. I mean, it is amazing. I know I've said that about knives before, but this is downright amazing. Spyderco, I love this knife. Don't stop making it. And you can also get a black handled version as well, so maybe you don't like the translucent blue. I don't know why you wouldn't, but the black is also translucent as well. So, Wizman500 here, guys. Man, thanks for watching. I'm just really excited about this knife. You just can't go wrong. Cannot go wrong with this Spyderco Manix 2, translucent blue, lightweight. Man, that rolls off the tongue nice. Woodsman500 here, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more knife reviews. Spyderco, you done it right, let me tell you. And I can't wait to review more of your knives. Stay tuned.